Time to pay up.
This kind of relief is life-changing for individuals and their families.
Caplin's DC Bureau is live on the student loan restart. A family in ruins.
On scene at 8:40, so a 9-minute response time.
Firefighters arrived too late at the scene. A juvenile taken to court.
Shouldn't have 11-year-olds that have access to guns.
As a group of minors experienced a scary moment during practice. And exceptional dishes make recognition nationwide.
I like when people come in and we know who you are.
A major breakthrough for a local restaurant. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Leon Obotor-Bush.
And I'm Nicole Ardila. Today is Thursday, October 5th, 2023.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
President Biden unveiling his plans for student loans. Millions of Americans are starting this month off with an extra bill on their plate as federal student loan repayment has officially begun.
Caplin's Hawa Izel of our DC Bureau has more on this story.
And it comes after the Supreme Court ruled against his broader loan forgiveness proposal, which would have helped 40 million borrowers. This new one helps 125,000 borrowers who fall into particular categories, including those working in public sector jobs.
With the latest debt cancellation, in total, my administration has canceled $127 billion in student debts for nearly 3.6 million Americans. This kind of relief is life-changing for individuals and their families, but it's good for our economy as a whole as well.
Even with the extra relief, many Americans are being put in a tight spot as the cost of living continues to climb. Betsy Mayotte of the Institute for Student Loan Advisors recommends borrowers use the loan simulator tool at studentaid.gov to find which repayment option works best for them. The Biden administration has also set up an on-ramp plan effective through September 2024, which acts as a grace period where missed payments will not be penalized or reported.
Normally with federal student loans, if you're 90 days delinquent or more, it starts getting reported negatively to the credit bureaus. That's not going to happen during these 12 months.
The one catch is that interest will still accrue, meaning the best bet for borrowers is to make plans now to avoid default, which happens if payments are not made for 270 days or 9 months.
That was Hawa Izel reporting. The White House says it's conducting fixes to what it calls a broken student loan system.
Tragedy strikes after a mobile home caught on fire, killing 4 people, including children. WJXT's Brianna Andrews reports from near Jacksonville.
This is the devastation left behind from a fire that destroyed a double-wide mobile home. Firefighters responded after receiving a 911 call from a neighbor.
Our first unit arrived on scene at 8:40, so a 9-minute response time, and confirmed heavy fire, and were met outside by 2 adult injured victims needing medical attention immediately, with multiple people still inside.
4 people were inside the home, 1 adult and 3 children. Crews managed to pull them out, but all 3 of them died on scene. The 2 other adults were flown by helicopter to UF Gainesville's burn unit in critical condition. Their identities are unknown at this time, but Baker County Sheriff Scott Roden did confirm one of the victims is a Baker County correctional officer.
We're going to continue to keep him in our prayers, along with all the other family members and all the other people that are involved in this fire.
The Baker County Fire Department, Jacksonville Fire Rescue, and McClenny worked together to put out the fire and managed to do so in a little over an hour. 1 firefighter suffered from a minor injury and was taken to a nearby hospital. No one else was hurt. Baker County Fire Chief Trevor Nelson says he is appreciative of the crew's hard work.
It's a group effort. Everybody works together. When you have a major fire like this, especially with this many people injured, that you need a lot of resources.
Now the next step is to find out what caused this fire and how to heal.
That was WJXT's Brianna Andrews. 2 dogs that were inside the home also died in the fire.
A child is facing some very adult accusations after a shooting involving 2 other boys. The suspect in the shooting is Apopka. Is just 11 years old. Both victims are 13, but he's accused of opening fire after football practice on Monday. One of the victims was shot in the back and still in the hospital.
My nephew was fighting for his life. He has had life-altering changes that he'll have to deal with from the rest of his life. He may not even be able to play sports.
The events leading up to Monday's shooting were caught on surveillance video. The suspect's family claims he was being bullied by the other older boys before grabbing a gun from inside his mother's car.
This weekend, Tropical Storm Philippe could cause severe weather, and just not here in South Florida. The storm will come in contact with a cold front and spread moisture throughout the northeast U.S. The area has been soaked recently, will be risk of flooding and rain. Philippe is expected to reach New England as a tropical storm on Sunday and could lose its tropical nature heading toward the coast.
This morning, 2 former FIU journalism graduates have major papers writing about them. Caplin's Anthony Cruz has more from Kendall.
People from all across Miami are going all the way down to Southwest Kendall to try some brisket. The restaurant, Harry's Smokin' Dough, recently made the New York Times top 50 list in its first full year of being opened.
Well, it's been very, we're humbled and ecstatic about coming out. It hasn't sunk in. I mean, we've been very busy ever since it happened, so it's definitely been very overwhelming with people, but it's been great because imagine we're in West Kendall and very west, and we get people are coming down from all over Miami, Coconut Grove, Coral Gables, downtown.
National scale recognition for operating a popular restaurant chain was not exactly the kind that Harry and Michelle Coleman expected to have in college.
So we graduated 2008 in journalism, and we're doing the restaurant world, so it's a completely different careers. Well, we graduated and it was the recession year, so there wasn't many good journalism jobs, and I was working at the Sentinel, but there wasn't a full-time job for me. So we decided to take over one of my parents' bakeries, and we were able to do very well, and we did that for a few years until we opened Empanada Harry's just by ourselves, and then now the Smokehouse a year and a half ago. So we completely changed turns, but we still credit a lot of our success to being able to, what we studied, how we learned how to deal with people, how we learned how to market ourselves, and that's all through our journalism career.
I started working at his family bakery when we were dating. He threw me into to the business a little bit. It was the first time I'd ever worked in a restaurant bakery setting, and I got to work with his family, and it was really, really beautiful what I saw. I like when people come in and we know who you are. It's kind of like Cheers, everybody knows your name. I want to create that setting. In the bakery, I guess it's a little bit easier because we do get people on the daily, but even in the restaurant, we get people all the time, and I want to make sure that when you come in, we know who you are. Maybe we give you the same table you always sit at, and really create that family environment.
Check out Harry's Smokin' Dough every single Wednesday through Sunday right here in West Kendall. Get your reservation quick because they are packing the house every single night. For Caplin News, I'm Anthony Cruz.
A Florida Republican activist and supporter of Donald Trump has been charged with election fraud. Yesterday, Robert Henry Rivernider was charged with 2 felony counts and fraud in connection with casting a vote. Allegedly, he signed a ballot for his deceased father. According to an election supervisor, the signatures did not match. Rivernider's arraignment is scheduled for November 20th.
Soccer's governing body wants the 2030 World Cup to take place in 3 continents. FIFA wants to propose a joint bid from the continents, which are Morocco, Portugal, and Spain. Matches could also occur in Argentina, Uruguay, and Paraguay as well. According to FIFA, the joint bid is the only candidate. A final decision on the matter will not be confirmed until next year.
The Marlins facing the possibility of elimination in just their second playoff game.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
You see skeletons, but they are so well dressed.
With just weeks to go before Halloween, one music fan found the perfect thing to fill the blank space in her front yard. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Radcliffe Art and Design Incubator is the velocity accompanying the fellow's rudder, as in a boat. Unless there is movement or action, the planned direction is of little consequence. We encourage the creative ideas into action, and from the experience of doing, we critically assess the feedback, adjust, and set out to rediscover the potentialities of an entrepreneurial mindset.
STEM is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
No, it's... With just weeks to go before Halloween, one music fan found the perfect thing to fill the blank space in her front yard.
It's like the...
Guys, to the shot, go. It's like the Eras Tour, but only scarier. Halloween season is in full swing, and one Swiftie fan has a tribute to her favorite singer right on her front lawn this year.
With hundreds of lights, 3 ghosts, and 10 bodies of bones, Caitlin McLaughlin's love for Taylor Swift is undeniable, making her the talk of town in her hometown near Madison, Wisconsin. This Swiftie found inspiration at the Eras concert in June, and that's when a brilliant idea struck.
In August, I was talking to my husband, and I was like, oh my gosh, we should decorate our skeletons or like as the Eras Tour.
Caitlin hand constructs boxes with Swift skeletons dressed in handmade outfits from the singer's albums, adding a thrilling twist to your haunted display. Near neighbor across the street says her front row seat from her front porch is better than anything from Ticketmaster.
The Miami Marlins finished their season in Philadelphia in the wild card round of the playoff against the Phillies. The Marlins couldn't pull off the win they needed to take them to the third game of the Wild Game series, scoring no runs and having a grand slam scored on them. Although it wasn't the ending fans of the Fish wanted, the team has exceeded expectations this season. There is still a lot to look forward to in the coming seasons. The final score was Marlins 0, Philadelphia 7. The Philadelphia will play the Atlanta Braves in National League Division Series starting on October 7th. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
See us dream. See us remember. See us protest.
You matter! Your feelings matter! Your identity matters! Everything about who you are matters!
See us fight back. See us rebuild. See us shatter stereotypes. See us inspire. See us united. See us now.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Nicole Ardila.
I'm Lian Abu Tarbush. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami.
And it comes after the Supreme Court ruled against his broader loan forgiveness proposal.